Hey y'all, it is Trent Knox with the Trent Knox Show. Today is January 10th, 2019. This is the first podcast of the 2019 year. And I just want to say to you guys, Happy New Year. Have a wonderful year full of happiness, a whole year of happiness. And I think I'll be saying that until the end of January. Then February, it's going to be Happy Valentine's Day throughout the whole month. Happy Valentine's Month, February. Also, historical Black Month or something like that. Anyway, no, can't even say it, but you can, show that you understand and that you're culturally aware to some degree, even though we're all ignorant of all sorts of social issues that are going on in the world. But it's 2019 and we're trying to be educated and learn, and that's what we're here for. Podcasting, visuals on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, whatever it may be. Or you're trying to be ignorant, making memes and jokes and laughs and have fun and good times and not be in that dark, sunken place all the time. Anyway, I haven't done a Trent Knox show in quite some time. I think the last one I did was in August. Just to catch you guys up, in August I went on a mission to do something different in my life. Go and pursue various different avenues other than this podcast. Actually changing my lifestyle, going and living in a situation where I had roommates and I was couch surfing and I was paying my dues, and it got to a point where the income didn't match up with the outcome, and I had to change again, do something different. And now I'm in a way different place now. I'm looking to do more podcasts, do live streaming, do like fitness, health, a lot of things. I want help. If you are in the video world, the visual arts, or in the digital arts, memeing, creating things, if you are a content creator, please help. And don't try to change the person that you're helping, but elevate the person that they are. You can't change people. You can't change everyone. And that's something that I live by. And I know that, individuals are going to have issues with drugs and alcohol, sex, violence. Everyone has their vice, and you can't change that. You can only mitigate it or make it more positive for the community at large. Anyway, so I went and did that, hung out with some hip-hop artists, I hung out with some videographers, I hung out with some models, strippers, drug dealers, all kinds of different types of people. And I really got a perspective of what the entertainment business is like in the 21st century. And I got a more robust understanding of the fabrication of the entertainment industry and the individuals who are passionate, don't necessarily have the team behind them, but create great art, and they live for the art that they create. They may have a side gig or they do something different. But there are various different types of artists And when we go to the polarities of things, we like to say there's these guys and those guys, or them versus us. But there are a vast number of different types. And it does come down to, you know, eventually one winner, two competitors, and a bracket of different types of people who didn't win. But that being said, I find myself to be losing in many situations. Um, I felt like I had gotten away from this podcasting business, and it hurt me inside. It hurt my feelings, that I hurt my own feelings, and that I wasn't pursuing the thing I was passionate about for quite some time, whether that being Austin Live and Local, or that being the Trent Knox show, or helping uh, the circle of content creators that I have been working with. Uh, you know, you ask for help and you kind of expect some sort of return on that help, and not that help that was being asked be solely selfish. Um, and then to have this assumption in your head that everyone else is adoring you and it's this admiration for you, uh, whereas the reality is that people are all living their own lives, and unless you're consistently putting out content on a daily basis, you are getting washed away with all the other content creators that aren't working as hard as those guys who live by the statement of Jake Paul, it's every day, bro. And every day you need to be touching base with, your friends, family, admirers, followers, coworkers, whatever that may be, in order for them to get a impression of the person you are in the now. Anyway, so that's basically just taking and consolidating all that has occurred in the past 4 months since I haven't been doing this podcast and putting into a understanding. I kind of don't have anything to say particularly in this episode, but what I want to say is that I am going to be doing my best to kind of socially comment on various different things that I am consuming content wise. I'm currently trying to finish up watching the R. Kelly documentary from the Lifetime special. I have been watching. I just watched the season of that Netflix special Maniac. I highly recommend going and watch that. Social commentary wise, I've been doing other types of content consuming. Obviously, a lot of Gary Vaynerchuk on both YouTube, podcast, and Instagram to somewhat. I'm kind of like, during the past 4 months, I kind of saturated myself with a lot of not adult content like pornography, but like adult content. And whether that be fashion models, vixens, blah, 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 I've been kind of had a lot of this R-rated content, because it's hard to say. It's probably PG-13 content, a little bit, or NC-17. Let's call it NC-17. I've been surrounded by all this NC-17 content, and I haven't been able to get anything from it. I haven't been able to figure out what the purpose of going on Instagram, scrolling through a lot of photoshopped, just imagery of a lifestyle that I'm not obtaining, whether that's because I'm not as enthused about fitness as they are, or I'm not consuming the same content. So it's kind of like there is a demographic of people that I'm attracted toward, but they don't consume content in the same way that I do. So it's like, one way to put it is like, it's the fast food of the entertainment industry, or the content creator, social media influencer realm. So I've been consuming a lot of this fast food, just toxic content, but not necessarily in the in like memes or hatred or hate speech or any of that type of stuff, but toxic in that it's just like, it's a lifestyle that's unattainable for majority of people who are in severe debt like I am, with student loans, credit card debt, uh, auto loans, you know, just stupid crap, whether it's being locked up and detained for a criminal charge, or getting yourself into a civil suit, or whatever these things are. But like, having this, negative social credit, uh, comparing yourself to people who have been able to get away with the negative social credit that they have, and turn it into a positive based on Photoshop, or you know physically altering their bodies. And that being said, there are also pure natural beauties, but it's like, those people don't, you don't live that lifestyle. You may not even live in the the landscape that they do, that allows them to create that type of content. The Dubais, the Londons, the New Yorks, the Houstons, the Dallases, the large metropolitan cities that allow for this type of thing to occur. You know what I mean? The access to content creators to collaborate and create huge monstrosities, accounts of 1 million, 2 million, 3 million followers, 10 million followers. Um, and it just, I don't know. This is crazy to me. But yes, I've had to go through all of that, including some of the people that are on my level, and say, you over there are not helping me be a better person, and I'm not helping you be a better person. So I think it's best that we separate our digital avatars. And you, if it is of concern to you that our digital avatars have now been separated, then you and I should have a conversation about what that means to us in the physical realm of who we are. And that conversation needs to be in depth. And, maybe it's, if it's in the female aspect, my love and admiration for them. And if it's in the male, my love and cooperation with them. You know what I mean? I'm a heterosexual male. Let me say it again. Like, let me emphasize it, because clearly, this data that's on the web doesn't necessarily just display or dictate what people will assume of you. And that being said, the content that I mostly consume is what you would expect. Big booty girls, voluptuous women, and gorgeous women, just supermodel type girls, and I've been finding myself leaning a little bit more towards the voluptuous type of woman, with a little bit more curves, or a little thick, recently. But that type of content comes with a lot of toxicity on top of it. You know what I mean? So maybe you don't know what I mean, and if you don't know what I mean, that's what I mean. Uh, this type of content, the Kim Kardashians or the Paris Hiltons or the Britney Spears or whatever, uh, Taylor Swift's, that type of content, because most of what I consume, I would assume most people, is the music industry, of the entertainment industry. And, you know, you get, your top, you pick your top out of the top 10, and I give my five probably Taylor Swift, Rihanna, Madonna, um, Iggy, Azalea, and my fifth will probably be, for me, Nikki Heaton. Those are my five top female artists currently, I think. Madonna obviously could be benched, and because she's not like always recording or anything like that, and put someone else in that place. But obviously Madonna, she's got the most number one hits of all artists of all time, and she got to have her respect paid for her. You know what I mean? And then when you get your top five for guys, it's always on fluctuation, because you got to get your Drakes in there, you got to get your Justin Biebers, you got to get your top number one hitters, you know what I mean, in there, your shooters, and make sure that they're making their baskets, scoring their touchdowns, making those gold plaques, getting their platinum plaques, bang bang bang. You know what I'm talking about. Anyway, all of that content that we consume on a daily basis has to match the person that we're living. Like, for me, this is my opinion, is that I don't want to live vicariously through someone else. I actually want to live the lifestyle of who I am. That's, not super wealthy, not super educated, not super, not the most. I'm not these people out here with the plaques, like that. So my admiration for them is like, okay, well, you've done something that I haven't done. How do I accomplish in my lifetime? Because it's highly unlikely that I don't sing, and I don't rap, and I don't race cars, and I don't make pornography, and I don't, so many things that I don't do habitually, like these individuals do as a profession, because they've put themselves in a lane in which they don't get outside of that lane in order for them to accomplish the most accolades as they can possibly collect. So I limited it. I broke down my Facebook. I unfollowed a lot of Facebook pages, other than people that are in my inner circle. I went to Twitter. I have yet to go to Twitter. I went to Instagram, and I started getting rid of many things that I follow. It's very difficult with Instagram because there's not like an auto unfollow button. You got to go through it and just do all that, but I don't have a lot of time for that. With Snapchat, I kind of just like left it. I left the platform for the past, well, excluding December. Like before that, I was heavy on Snapchat because I was in the dating game, playing the Tinder game, like copy pasta Snapchats and whatnot to contact people when the platform doesn't allow for you to directly connect with them, and you have to wait, and maybe something could or could not be from the communication. Anyway, creating your own out of something that's already been developed. Anyway, well, Snapchat just got off the platform in December, stayed off of it here in January, and I'm really focused just on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, somewhat Twitter, because Twitter is becoming more and more of a place that's easy to distribute content quickly. So you could just, it's always been like that, but like now with visuals and photographs, it's just so simple. go out there and do it. And I mean, more words as well that you can type, and it's better. It's much better, and everything's getting better on Twitter. So yeah, social media wise, kind of just like still in this catatonic state in which I'm scrolling. It's like I watch some cartoons, anime, but I don't really watch it uh, because it's like I don't I don't feel like I get a lot of time to sit down and really watch it for critical understanding. I just kind of get to watch it and either fall asleep because I'm tired because I work 12-hour day, or it just isn't latching on to me like you would like, you know what I mean? Like when you watch a really good film, or hear, a really good podcast, or you hear anything that really like sticks to your bones. You know what I mean? Like like technology in many cases. Samsung, Apple to to some degree. But anyway, so that's pretty much what's been going on in my life. Social media, um, moving around, about to do a lot of work still. That's what I've been doing. I've been doing online app stuff like Postmates, Uber, those type of things, making the money that way. I think I'm about to go and do an IT certification to do IT on the side. And I look forward to this podcast and what I can do this year. Do live streams on Twitch, playing a little video games. We'll see where it comes of this, but I appreciate you guys for listening. And then I'll just keep you up to date on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook as far as what I'm going to be doing with this. And then with Austin Live and Local, I would love to get back into doing that sometime very soon. Back into the interviews of the artists and putting it out there for everybody's educational pleasure. And then I need to do something kind of like for skits, videos, and whatnot that's separate from this platform and the Austin Live and Local platform. And we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Yeah, you can follow me on Instagram at Real Trent Knox, or Trent Knox TV on Instagram. And then you can also follow me on Facebook at facebook.com/Trent Knox TV. And then you can follow me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Trent Knox. You can follow me on Snapchat if you want to at Trenton RK. And then on Twitter at Trent Knox. Thank you for listening, and I love your support.